Hello, I'm Mike Troy, editor of Retail Leader. I'm here in Denver, Colorado, wrapping up day one of the IRI Growth Summit with Andrew Appel, CEO of IRI.
One of the levers, if not the most important lever for bigger companies to go, and the quote was, it used to be the big eat the small, now the fast eat the slow.
Okay.
And the question is, how can the big become the fast?
Right.
And I think our assertion, if you just look at what's going on in the world around you, is that if you're going to be more nimble to meet consumer needs and create more personalization and win in these more complicated omni-channel environments,
Sure.
you're going to have to harness the power of data, AI, and voice being another way to share data and information, which I think, and so that was the concept of the way the big can become fast is to push information that supports decision making further into the organization.
And there were three things you touched on there. One of them I recall was automating insights, which you have to have AI to do that, right?
Well, I think so I said three things. I said the way to transform the industry, this was really the research and insights industry, right? From people who, I use the term opine on the behaviors of the past or tell you what happened versus actually create business improvement, was that we have to take all the decades of knowledge and push them out to the people that actually make decisions, right? Through augmented decision making. To do that, the first theme was we now have an opportunity to automate traditional insights. And so some of that's AI, and some of it's just advanced visualization coupled to a kind of a very on-demand, real-time data platform. But the simple concept was automate insights, augment decisions through AI and a bunch of capabilities, and then ultimately automate execution. So once you can augment, in the retail context, it would be a merchant, right? How do you put something on the merchant's desk, whether it's a simple platform or even a voice, which is, I think, a big, interesting.
Yeah, talk a little more about voice and how the voice interaction is going to change the way people extract insights or engage with your liquid data.
Yeah, look, I think, the first thing I said is if you take a look at the abstract, right, we have built data industries that largely use your eyes, if you think about your five senses to kind of absorb information, and then you have discussions with your colleagues to make decisions. And so if you can create a technology platform that can go through the trillions of rows of information, apply different levels of sophistication on call it analytics engines, what you want to be putting in front of people are a set of recommended actions versus a set of just insights. Because people deeper in the organization, a merchant who runs the business, a store manager deals with assets, doesn't want to look at an 80-page PowerPoint. So the first thing is to create a platform that basically is putting out suggestions and actions. And then where voice gets really interesting is that it's a much more natural way to interact with information.
Sure.
And in some way, I threw out a hypothesis that said we are, as humans, kind of wired to make decisions by talking them through. And so we can talk to, and you saw the example, the environment to say, how's my business doing at Kroger? How's my business doing at Harris Teeter? How what pack type is growing? And if you think about, if you're a person who's basically grew up, running a business and not interacting with complex charts, you want to give them a tool that allows them to,
Well, that's how we're all used to interacting with our mobile devices these days anyways.
Yeah, exactly.